Beaver?
That's what I was thinking, because I can't really.
Can't see other than just the ripple. Well, I don't remember the exact weight capacity of this boat, but volume-wise, we're definitely going to max it out. 2 nights, 48 hours, down that away. Is it official yet, Keith?
I would say so. We got a little flame going. It should catch here shortly. We're camping. It smells good.
Gear pile. Gear pile. And that's my clothes that I stripped out of as soon as I got up. It's 3 layers right there because it's still in the 50s. Temperature hasn't dropped yet. That front that was supposed to come through hasn't made it through yet. But very confident that it will, and we have a forecasted high of 64 degrees and then a nighttime low in the 30s, and then the second night forecast low is for frost warnings. We'll see what happens. Wood pile from last time, that's a full day supply over there. Starter wood and everything. So we already started cleaning up the ground. Each time we walk into an area, we clean up the litter so we don't trip on it later. And so we already have some more sticks. Well, we're going to very slowly start setting up camp. I'll use my traditional 2 trees. Tree number 1, tree number 2, I'll hammock camp. And Keith will be over there in a new tent, camping under that large tree. Canoe's beached. She's empty. The smoke of the fire is already making its way down the hill. It smells amazing. Beautiful day. The lake is up about a foot from our last trip, which is nice. Yeah, it looks like Keith is going au natural. He's just going to lay on a piece of Tyvek and maybe use the dog as a pillow.
With a blanket.
Oh, as a blanket. There you go. She's his warmer.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
She might still be a puppy.
Open my grip.
Now it's official because the coffee has just started perking. We brought the 4-pound Dutch oven because it is just a canoe ride. The 2.5-pound cast iron skillet. Enough food for 2 people for a week and a half, and a backup supply of food, but you know, that's probably only another 3 days worth of food, so we could be out here for 2 weeks. having to raise the pot here a little bit. We'll slide it over and get it off the high heat now that the water is hot so it doesn't boil over. And that is how you split wood. Those will be nighttime logs because they're nice and thick. They're dry and they are oak. Did you just cut that log?
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's why I had to take a break.
Yep.
It gets warm pushing that thing back and forth.
Yes, it does. So while our wood is free, there's a little effort. So these are 2 logs that we simply quartered. There's one that I just finished cutting. We'll use that superior axe to chop it into quarters. And we made a quick and easy, handy dandy club for putting the axe through the chunks of wood, and it works great. This log I'm just putting across the fire. I'm going to let the fire cut it for us, and then we'll get 1 log here plus the cinders for what's being burned, and then we'll have 3 more available off of this piece with no cutting. That's the theory of it, so we'll see if it works. So here's Pete Keith with his prize. That's about 11 inches across. Takes about 700 strokes. How you feeling there, laddie?
Exhausted.
Exactly. So we'll let those rest for a few minutes. We'll take a quiet break.
Yeah, they need to rest.
They do need to rest. They're tired. And I'm setting up for some more coffee because we have it available. We got to make some more coffee. Hey Keith, are we going to starve out here?
Absolutely not. That's one thing we never lack when we come out here.
So we are about to place this into the fire pit to warm very, very slowly. It's got a little bit of water in it. Peppers, potatoes, sausage, onion, garlic, seasoning, and the fish will go in later. It'll take about 3 to 5 hours. What time is it about?
12:15.
You gotta plan your meals ahead. And this will actually be dinner, lunch tomorrow, maybe dinner tomorrow, snacks in between.
Yeah.
We will eat through this. Beautiful, eh? Now this is the one end of the lake that is a gravity feed volume control dam. And our dog just saw a bird that chased the bird. There's our 2 kayakers that we saw earlier. They're making their way up the lake. Very pretty day. So this is also a foot trail. This is about the 4-mile mark. from where we put in our boats. There's a trailhead there, and this is about the 4-mile mark of a 16.4 mile 2-lake loop trail. This is the other side of the dammed area. So there's a spillway that's been improved with rock for water control. And this levee is, looks like about 250 yards long. Looks like our kayakers are enjoying a bit of a tailwind, so good for them.
Come. Hey. Hey. Lower down. Come.
Potatoes, corn, sausage, shrimp, scallops, onions, garlic. I think that's about it. Ooh, peppers. Don't forget the peppers. That's also known as dinner. Well, I wanted to give you an evening view. The sun is still up, as you can see, but this is our forested area. And so the sun is actually already behind the hill. Here's my sleeping quarters. That's my house. So the sun is tipped down to the lower part of the trees, but we still have light. But this is the density of the forest that we're enjoying this evening. And you can see that the leaves are just starting to turn. Until you get over here, and there's a spot of red. It's gorgeous. So this is our forested scene. Yeah, this is our evening lakeside view. We probably got an hour or so of sunlight left on the lake. Absolutely picture perfect. This is a cinder bed left over after being unattended for over 8 hours because we dropped some chunks of coal on the fire last night. So I'm going to go ahead and kick up a fire. I'm estimating it's about 4:30 in the morning right now. Had a beautiful night's sleep last night. Yeah, it is approaching 5:30 in the morning. Coffee pot is over the fire. Keith is beginning to roast a hot dog for a quick morning meal. I, of course, had one 2.5 hours ago when I was up with the dog. She enjoyed part of it with me. Also had a cup of shrimp boil. So the shrimp boil stayed cool in the night air. It's about 36 degrees this morning. So I just put some shrimp boil in a cup and put it on the coals, and 3 minutes later I enjoyed most of it, and Laura and I enjoyed the rest of it. Nature's official start to the day. Sunrise. So if you ever wonder what we do for hours on end, we process wood in fun different ways. So Keith is making a wedge out of a piece of oak because we have this monster log here that we were trying to process and cut. We have a cut line all the way across the top of it and all the way down one side, but it's wet and so it doesn't want to split. So Keith has the proper idea of, once we hit the axe into it, put a wedge in it, and then continue working the axe until she finally opens up. That's our goal for the day, along with processing wood from that tree over there. There's Keith's orange tent glowing in the morning sunlight. Bacon. Second pot of coffee is warming. It hasn't started perking yet. And that is bannock, which will go into that fry pan after the bacon is all done. And we'll have some fried eggs, bacon, and bannock for breakfast. Over easy eggs, bacon, bannock, coffee is ready to go. Our pot of stew is still good to go. Great fire. Keith has been processing wood this morning. Plenty of wood over there still. And plenty more opportunity to process wood there.
The sun behind you.
Somebody said sunrise. Yeah, this guy's part of nature too. So he lives here, so I'm just going to escort him off, but I was lifting my vest to move it. And this was, nice warm place for it for the night, but he can move on now. What you doing there, Keith?
Trying to get this thing to split. We almost got her. This one we started on last night. It's making noise. Here?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, there she is. That's our nighttime log there, folks. Ooh, beautiful wood. So what we spent about 20 minutes yesterday trying to split, Keith got done in about 2 minutes using wedges that he made off of another piece of oak. American ingenuity. And there she is.
Ugh.
And how do you feel?
Better. Making snow cones.
Ramen soup. Keith is having a, what you having there, Keith?
Yeah, it's like a Johnsonville, whatever it is. And a tortilla.
It is that time of day for snacks. What's doing, Keith?
Enjoying the view.
What's your smoke signal say?
Cavalry's coming.
Santa Claus is coming. Yep, it is almost daybreak. It's a couple minutes past 6 o'clock. Fire is back up. Coffee is warmed from yesterday evening, and it's just perfect. I've had a touch of a hot dog. Keith has had a brat. So it's a simple breakfast morning because it's pack-up morning. How'd you sleep, Keith?
Good. Good. It was probably better than the first night. Of course, that was after 2 days of sawing and chopping. It was a good night.
And it's about 30 degrees according to my thermometer. So it did get to freezing. La Renard made it through another night. It was actually a very quiet night. The moon was nearly full. And we had campers across the lake, 5 kayakers at one point, and looked like a group of 4, possibly a family, at another site. Kind of nice having company, but not right next door. Well, Keith and I are packed up. The boat is almost packed and ready to go. Most of our heavy gear, well, all the heavy gear is down there. We were intending to leave no trace. We were not quite successful because we created a game trail. It's not really a game trail, it's a go to the logs to cut the logs trail. So those logs we cut, and we walked that so many times that we have successfully created a very nice path. We're leaving a wood pile, so this is actually good for at least a full day. And there's a crate underneath that bag with very well seasoned cedar, so we're keeping that dry. Other than that, we're down to a chair, Keith's coat, some empty water bottles, my hip pack, and the dog's boat pad and sleeping pad. Oh, the blue, that's her long lead. And that's it. It's morning. What time is it, Keith?
7:24.
Oh, we are so on time.
Pounds through that steam.
Look at that beautiful lake. We'll be out on it in about 5 minutes. La Renard, are you a happy girl?
I didn't say anything to you. He did.
She might be happy. Yeah, it was definitely freezing last night because there's a good 1/8 inch of ice on the front window. Got the defroster on. Keith is busily loading. He brought everything up from the boat already while I was getting the van. And load time. Thank you, Keith.
Absolutely. Another great weekend.
Yes, it was. Yep, the boat is empty other than a little bit of mud, a little bit of leaves. Goodbye, Salina Lake. Till next time.